So let's talk a little bit about shortfalls, or as we call them in the bins and gaps method of retirement planning, gaps. I am Rick DiBiasio again, certified financial planner and the author of The Retirement Dilemma. So I introduced you in the last video, if you happen to see it, to the concept of a lifetime gap, and it's a simple but powerful back-of-the-envelope equation that you can use to figure out if you have enough money to retire. It's that simple. So let's talk about what a monthly gap is first. We look at your projected retirement budget. So if you think it's going to cost you, again, $2,000 a month to live, and your Social Security and other pension income is $1,500, then you have a $500 monthly gap. And we multiply that times 12 to get an annual gap. And then we take the number of years until you reach 100 years old, and that gives us a lifetime gap. And so in my example, if you're 70 years old and you have a $500 monthly gap, then that's $6,000 a year times 30 years is $180,000 is your lifetime gap. Now, it's hard to imagine a retirement scenario right now that doesn't involve spending some of your principal. Not too long ago, and I've been a professional investment advisor for over 30 years now, we could invest money for people and earn them a real high rate of return in fixed income investments that were guaranteed by banks, like certificates of deposit. Well, those times have changed. I can't get you 6, 7, 8% in a CD anymore. So it's really hard to do any financial planning right now for retirement without imagining spending some of your principal to fill your gaps. There's just not the interest rates right now. Now, there might be somewhere down the road, there might be interest rates high enough where you can switch back into that type of investing, and that's why one of the things I stress strongly is keeping some of your retirement money flexible so that you can do that. I think 100 is a good year to plan to work for. If you want to use a number of life expectancy like 75 or 76, then that shows you to have a lot more income initially in retirement, but what happens when you're older? That's a problem. So and I don't know if it's practical to go to 110 or 120 years on a life expectancy right now. So 100 seems to be a good round number to work with for planning purposes, but we stress that you want to annually revisit your retirement calculations and talk with your financial professional to make sure you're still on the right track. So John here is 65 years old. He has a $500,000 retirement plan balance. So that's 35 years until he is 100 years old. So that works out to be about $14,285 a year that he can spend to get back to his initial, to get to 100 years old. So that means he's spending the money at the rate of 2.87% per year, at least initially. So if he could earn more than that in his investment account, he'll make up for that money he spent. And the 2.94 represents that what he actually has to earn every year, because we have to subtract out that first year's payment. So if you can make enough money on your other assets to make up for what you're spending, then you'll always have a funded retirement, and that kind of rolls. So if you do live to be 101 or 102, you're in pretty good shape. This is complicated stuff to give to you in a video, and I'm just trying to get you concepts. We go into it more in the book, The Retirement Dilemma, and I hope you'll pick it up on Amazon, or come see me at my website, and we can give you more information, and if we can help you out personally, we'll be glad to do that too. Thanks very much. I hope this helped.